yeah, was it exciting to go shopping after yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. It was
yeah,
nice to, instead of ordering clothes from Sydney from the big man store, because that's where you used to have to buy them when you're so big.
yeah,
Because Target and Kmart don't stock the extra large sizes that you wear. Uh, the secret is you deal with op shops to start with, because you've got to think, if you're losing kilograms, if every month you're losing about 5 kilograms, you're losing one size. So
yeah,
if you're going out buying new clothes all the time, you would be spending a fortune. So what I done was I was doing the shopping at opportunity shops, and I was buying some absolutely beautiful clothes that were hardly
yeah,
worn. And like I've got a massive wardrobe now where stuff
mm-hmm,
doesn't fit me because it's
mm-hmm,
too big for me now. But
yeah,
I'll end up donating them back. But it was a good experience to be able to go in and just say, right, well, now I can fit into a size, like from where I was at size 142 centimetres for trousers, now I can fit into a 34-inch waist.
yeah,
Like,
that's amazing.
yeah, to be able to go in and buy it straight off the shelf, where before you used to have to buy the big pants to fit around your waist, but
Yeah,
the legs would be too long, so you would have to have them hemmed up. Now I can just go in, and it's just like they're made for me. That was
yeah,
the exciting thing, to go out and spend the money on, and buying from opportunity shops at the time. I was
yeah,
buying Levi's worth $200 for $8-10.
yeah,
So I highly recommend opportunity shops.
yeah,
You get some fantastic clothes and some absolute bargains from them.
yeah, that's good. I will check it out later, I think.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
must. Um, I went to Adelaide for a holiday once, and my friend took me to a store over there, one of the op shops, and he goes, "Oh," I said, "Oh, look, these jeans are nice. They'll fit me." And he goes, "Oh, they're Rod and Gun, which I've never even heard of before, the brand."
yeah,
And he says, "You can't buy them for under $200 a pair." And they had them for $15, and they were brand new. Someone had either bought them and donated them to the store, but yeah, for
yeah,
$15, I got a pair of them, and like, they're wonderful dress jeans, but I've never heard of the brand.
yeah, but
And yeah, so I got a lovely leather jacket from over in Adelaide there too, a couple of
yeah,
leather jackets
yeah, but I
that
think
would never have
yeah,
fitted me.
yeah, the brand, it doesn't matter. The only thing matter is the quality, I think. Yeah,
Oh yeah, but you do get what you pay for with clothes. It's
yeah,
one of those things that if you buy Levi's and you buy a pair of Target jeans and then you wash them 20 times, you can tell which is the Levi's without even looking at the brand compared to the pair of Target
yeah,
jeans or Kmart jeans.
yeah,
It's the same with t-shirts. If
yeah.
you buy a
So
Nike t-shirt, you buy a Target one, after 20 washes, you can tell the difference in the quality.
yeah, yeah,
But
that's
I
true.
very rarely buy new clothes. It's always from the op shops. Always. I
Yeah,
shop at
yeah,
them all the time.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
spend a lot of
So
time there.
yeah, for us speakers bands, we used to have some op shop before, but not now because we are all locked down now.
Yeah, it's difficult. I haven't been to an op shop for probably since the start of the pandemic.
Yeah,
And but what I used to do is on a Monday or a Tuesday, which is Tuesdays is probably the best day to go. I
yeah,
would do 3 or 4 op shops in one day. I would just go from
yeah,
one to one to one to one, and go through there. And then once you
yeah,
know what brands to buy,
yeah,
and you just go in there and you go, right, I'm after a pair of jeans or a nice shirt or a dress shirt or a nice. I bought some beautiful Hugo Boss shirts for $5, which if you
hmm,
walked into the Hugo Boss store, you'd be
yeah,
paying $100 for it.
yeah.
You
That's true.
know,
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
and then you look smart too, and
yeah,
it's nice to show
and
off.
yeah, and you got a big discount.
And you got a huge
Yeah,
discount, exactly.
yeah, huge. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, how did your family and friends react with your weight loss?
Oh, there was a funny story because one of my brothers I don't see very much, even though he lives within 50 kilometres. We don't see each other much because
Yeah,
they got their own lives. I got my own life and all that. And when I first lost my weight, he hadn't seen me for about 18 months. We'd spoke on the phone, but not seen each other. And I never told him that I was on a diet.
Yeah.
And one day, my sister, who lives up in Queensland, says, "Oh, send me up a picture, the latest picture of yourself." So I sent her up a picture, and she says, "Wow, I'll send that to Gary, my other brother." So when she sent him the picture, he goes, "Yeah, who's that?" And she says, "Have another look. I'll ring you back." So she rang him back. And he goes, "I give up. Who is it?" She said, "It's your brother." He says, "No." He didn't even recognise me because, like, I always used to be clean shaven, and like once you change it, you lose the weight. You actually change your appearance as well. Like you become a fashionista yourself, you know. So he didn't even recognise me, my own brother.
Wow, he must be so surprised.
Yeah, and I had some friends. Yeah, I had some friends, as I said, that thought I was sick at first, you know, like, because I told them I was on a diet, but I never told them how my weight loss was going. It was just something that I had for myself.
Yeah.
And I just turned around and kept it to myself. They say, "Oh, how's your diet going?" And I said, "Oh, yeah, it's going good," but I'd never tell them how much I lost. The only one I told was my sister, because I speak to her twice a week because she's in Queensland. But the one that's down, a couple of family members that are down in Melbourne, you only speak to them once a fortnight or something, compared to someone who's interstate, you speak to more often.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And, yeah, there were some friends that thought I was sick when they first seen me, and until they see me in person, which you can't see at the moment, they were absolutely shocked.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it encourages them too, because I've got a couple of friends that are a little bit overweight, and they say to me, like, "How did you do it?" And I would explain it to them, and they would try it, and they don't have the discipline. I've got one friend at Christmas time, I showed her the exact my eating plan, and she stuck to it for about 2 weeks. She said she noticed she was losing weight, but she never weighed herself.
Yeah.
But she could feel it in her clothes. That's the best way of feeling your weight loss, is how your clothes fit you.
Yeah.
If you've got to tighten your belt up one more notch, you know that you've lost weight. If your shirt that normally sits here, up here, and it starts to go down here, that's when you know.
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah, exactly. Your clothes are your best guide compared to a set of scales. So that's my little advice. No, don't weigh yourself all the time. Do it once a week and go by what your clothes are telling you. The only place you won't lose weight much is on your feet, because your shoe size will stay roughly the same size all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think for most of us, many people, they think the weight loss is very difficult. It's not like you so easy, you think?
No, well, it took me nearly 2 years, but like the thing is, I've been able to keep it off. That's the other part. Like you can lose weight, but they reckon 90% of people put it back on. But I just done mine and kept it off. Mine will fluctuate 2 or 3 kilos, but a man my size, it's 85 kilograms. A couple of kilograms is nothing. You don't even notice it on yourself. But like once I see, if I do jump on the scales and I see that I've put on a couple of kilograms, I just cut out something for a couple of days and it'll relevate back to itself. I always have a little saying to myself: as soon as I get to 90 kilograms, it's time to knuckle down and be strict for a month.
Yeah.
And then once you do that, you know that, and then your body gets used to it again, and then you just continue what you're doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my little trick. Is once I get to a certain weight, like if I feel like it, if the belt's gone out a notch, but it also might be just you drank too much fluid. People don't realise that. Like if you got a hot day and you drink 2 litres of soft drink, it's 2 kilograms.
Yeah.
And people don't realise it. They go, "Oh, I've put on 2 kilograms," but no, you've only just taken fluid in.
Yes.
So it's not the weight that you've gained. You've just gained fluid. So after a couple of days, it'll plateau itself back out again. Once you either perspire it out or you go to the toilet to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, one of those things that you got to do.
Yeah. So thank you for this advice. And do you have any other advice for those people who want to lose their weight?
And my best advice is what I've already said is weigh yourself once a week, go by the clothes and how they're fitting you to what you normally wear, and set yourself a goal at the end of, always set a goal that you say,
Yeah.
if you set yourself a goal to lose just 1.5 kilos a week, I always say to my friends, aim at losing 200 grams a day. Like 200 grams doesn't sound much per day, but you put that over a week, that's 1.4 kilograms. Over 2 weeks, it's 2.8. And then over a month, it's 5.6. So you've lost roughly 6 kilograms in a month. That's where it totals up. And it's pretty easy to lose 200 grams a day because you just have to cut down on your sugar intake. Because like as I say, I live on protein bars at times that the brand that I buy, the Masashi, I buy a salted caramel, which are absolutely delicious, but they're 45 grams of protein. So it's like sitting down eating a steak and you've got your chocolate fix and you've got your sweet fix. So you just turn around and you go, I've had my treat and you haven't done anything bad. Like pasta and that's no good for you, or rice, but I love my rice and I love my pasta dishes. So I just limit it to 1 meal a week of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what you got to do. Go by your clothes, go by the scales of once a week and set yourself a goal.
Yes.
And once you get that goal, reward yourself. That's again what I do. If I say I'm going to lose this for the week, I will go out and buy, when I'm at the petrol station, I'll buy a Magnum ice cream.
Yeah.
And I'll eat that on my way home from doing my shopping.
Treat yourself is also important.
Treat yourself and you say, well, right, that's 300 calories. You've got to work out what it takes to lose if you're going to exercise. You know, you have to walk for about 40 minutes to burn that off. And you've had your reward and you've had your treat at the same time.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing all those valuable experience to us.
Yeah, hopefully it helps at least one person.
Yeah, I believe it would. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, when I was big, my blood pressure was about 180 over about 130. Now it's 125 over 80. So the doctor's just amazed by it, you know, without any medications or anything. It's just your body thanks you for it.
Yeah. So your daughter is also thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.